if you didn't know last night, and I think it was fake, okay, Will Smith walked up and slapped Chris Rock live at the Oscars. So we've had a couple pretty important slaps lately. You had this one, which we're going to break down, and then the Juwan Howard one at Michigan against Wisconsin and assistant coach. So let's play it, the clip right here from ET Canada. Roll the clip. Will Smith is walking up kind of on the main stage, I guess you could say. Let's go ahead and play the clip. He's walking up. Chris Rock leans over and he slaps him. Now, he reared back. I don't know if we can go back in time and slow-mo the camera, if we can go back to the top. If you look, Will Smith hit him with the look down, look away, and slap. Slow-mo right there. Came straight across the face, and he actually ended up thumbs down. So he finished the slap. It was nice form. There was no impediment walking up to the stage. But at what point, if we're going to play the game of, okay, this is real, if you're Chris Rock, why are you leaning over cheesing? This man's not coming up there with a look on his face like y'all about to play I Spy together, or hey, let's watch our kids play in the yard. Blaine, your thoughts?
Yeah, can we run it back from the top? Can we start from the top?
Here we go.
Okay. So this is still after Will Smith has probably taken, hold on, pause it.
Right there,
Yeah, all right. This is Will Smith, even when he was at the top, was at least 10 to 15 steps in.
Yep.
Right? You would think, right?
Decision made.
It gets to a point, all right, to where if you're Chris Rock, okay, you know what's going on in the show. You know who's supposed to get up when you're talking, who's not supposed to get up. So you just made a joke about his wife. And first of all, it's funny to me how Will Smith cares more about this than his wife cheating.
Yeah, you're slapping the wrong
which is
guy.
Hilarious to me. So you knew when you saw Will Smith get up, immediately in your head, what is it? Why is Will Smith getting up? All right. Then he looks up and looks at you, and there gets a point to where someone is walking to you, whether it's the walk up, the kids call it the square up moment these days, that you know he's not about to come give you a hug.
Yeah.
Or something like that. You know someone's intention. If you've ever almost gotten into a fight before, I don't condone violence, but if you've almost gotten a fight or gotten into a fight, there's a moment of time where you know it's about to go down. All right. So if you're Chris Rock, and this was natural to me, a natural reaction to me, when he's about right there, you're doing something.
Yeah,
whether it's a whoa, Chris, I was just joking, backing up, or it's like, well, you're getting ready a little bit because you know something's about to happen. You know he's coming up there for a reason. It's not to put his arm around you and tell how great of a job you're doing after you just made fun of his wife, which I thought was a funny joke, but obviously Will Smith did not. And for Chris Rock, a guy who was raised in Philly, so I'm guessing has probably been in an altercation or two,
I would think,
in his life, would react genuinely to Will Smith coming up and about to get in his face, and would do something, not put his arms around his back, tuck his neck, and brace for contact before he hit him.
This is not possible right here in this moment before Will Smith gets up there, that this could end with him coming and telling a joke about Chris Rock in his face and then goes and sits back.
Well, don't you think if he was going to come tell a joke, maybe he'd get up laughing?
Yeah, be like, hey, Chris, give me the mic.
That's not a man who's getting up to come laugh with you and put on the joke. That's Juwan Howard walking in the line at the basketball game.
All I'm saying is Chris Rock is live on television in front of not many millions, because we just talked about the ratings.
There's dozens of them.
At least dozens of people. The last thing you got to think is like, he's going to hit me on live TV.
Yeah,
right?
but
we're not talking about the West Philadelphia.
You're right, but it gets to a certain point. It gets to a certain point. If you're Chris Rock, you know something's about to happen.
Okay, but what does he do?
But it's only a certain amount of things that can happen when a guy's walking up and looking like that. Either one, he's going to get in your face and say something, or two, he's probably going to put your hands on you. That's exactly what he did.
I do want to move on to Juwan Howard one real quick. We have the Juwan Howard clip. So that one was pretty easy access. That's like making it through the Pac-12.
Right, yeah.
That's like making it through the Pac-12. You just walk up. Blaine.
Yeah, then we get to the SEC West.
Yeah.
Juwan had to go.
Juwan Howard had to go through the SEC West.
All right, so you meet an altercation first. You meet it head on. That's what you got to do in the SEC. Both of you, there's a lot of touching, a lot of grabbing, not just a clear walk. You play a little. You only play a little defense, and you get to the championship. You got to be good on both sides of the ball and in special teams.
Yep.
And this one right here. So if you're Juwan Howard, you're feeling good. You're feeling great about your matchup so far.
You are
5 inches taller.
Got great reach.
Got a lot of reach. You're obviously the odds favorite right here, but you met a little force, and that's what you want. Get humbled a little bit. So he went through it and run it a little bit. Run about 10 seconds.
Yep. Let's run the clip.
Okay, little grab. We're getting there. We're getting there. Point. Don't touch me. Getting held back.
All right, now I'm talking.
Athletes getting held back by 6'8", 6'9" guys on your team. All right, getting pushed. All right, now we're feeding. Now, come here,
That's
athleticism.
the person he wasn't yelling at.
Athleticism.
What do both of these have in common? Will Smith slapped a person that he probably shouldn't have slapped. You probably should slap the guy that, helped your wife,
That's
cheat
funny.
against
That's
you.
pretty funny.
That's a
And
solid
you
point.
didn't slap the head coach of Wisconsin.
But look
My
at
thing is, look at the adversity.
Look at the form. Look at the
Look at the adversity right here. You've got to go through 1, 2, 3 grown men that are pushing back. This is the reach here. Watch him reach over.
Moving shot on the move right here. He's moving.
You can see him setting it up.
Wow,
Boom.
look at it.
Watching him, the setups were very separate. Will Smith looked away. There was no incumbency to finding the guy who's going to slap. I'm going to slap. Juwan Howard looks for a path, finds the path, reaches around, and then he gets some face.
You can tell Juwan's been there before.
Juwan's been there
elbow.
before.
Watch his elbow in the slot. Watch his elbow in the slot. Right
Watch it fire right
Watch
here.
it slot.
Bro,
You
right
see him?
there.
You see,
I like that.
you can tell Juwan's reached back before and maybe got an altercation to not a little slap.
Yeah.
That comes from the waist. That's the easiest thing to
Don't do
dodge
that.
in the world. You're telling me Chris Rock sat, this slap came from here.
Here, it came from behind him.
Chris Rock sat for like 6 seconds waiting to get slapped in the face.
It was like one of those Russian
Juwan
slap
is a
fight.
snake.
You know what I love about this analysis with you talking about this is the SEC West? Is this will be the closest the Big Ten ever gets to playing like the SEC.
Yeah, that's
You're
it.
right.
But
And that's coming from someone who played in the Big Ten. But last thing I'll say is, I think Hollywood saves themselves by the headline coming out tomorrow and saying Will Smith was really just method rehearsing for his next performance.
Juwan
as
Howard
Juwan
role.
Howard.
For sure. Well, they kind of favor each other a little bit. But I think if we're having to grade the slaps, I've got to give Juwan Howard the edge because you had to go through people. You had already met up. It had kind of bubbled up. You had a chance to go think about it. Then you had to come back, go through a crowd.
Yes.
And fundamentally and athletically, I think he got more for his buck having to go through a couple guys. It's one thing if you hit a wide receiver wide open on a busted coverage because nobody covered him. It's another thing if you ran the double move, suckered somebody in, and then hit him back. You had to go through somebody to get there. I've got to lean Juwan Howard.
Juwan Howard slap's the type of slap that wins you championships.
Yeah,
All right.
I agree.
Will Smith slap is the type of slap that gets you in the playoff, but then you see what the real thing looks like.
Yeah.
And you're sent home with your tail between your legs.
I think it's a great way to look at it. Again, it is what it is. All right, hey, if you like what you heard, go ahead and ring that bell. Turn those notifications on. We're bringing it every day, daily from 2 to 3 Central, and we want you here. I can hear it ringing now.